Hi there, welcome to this practice which is all about fighting computer slump. So if you don't know what that is, that's when you're at your desk or your computer or traveling, shoulders are rounded forward, chest is collapsed. So we're going to work on taking the body in that opposite direction. So let's just start here seated. You can sit up on a blanket like I am if you'd like. Take right hand under right hip, move the skin out, same thing on the left. You could also do this practice seated in a chair, at your desk, wherever's comfortable. But once you get into that comfortable seated position, lengthen your spine, and then just bring a very light tuck of the chin here, just to lengthen the back of your neck, which also gets a little bit rounded forward at the computer. So once you're situated, let's take 5 deep breaths here, just taking your time. You're welcome to sigh out your exhale as you go. And if it's okay for you to close your eyes, you can do that if you haven't already. Or just find something to focus your gaze on your mat, your desk, your floor, wherever you are. So you can continue with those deep exhales, letting each one just be a reminder to your body that you're taking this time for your yoga practice. Maybe letting that 5th exhale be a letting go of anything that you'd like to let go of. And then you can start to let your breath find its own pace whenever your 5th exhale comes. So taking a moment here, still with the eyes closed or eyes on that focal point, see if you can start to tune into the current state of your neck, shoulders, and upper back. And by that I really mean seeing how they feel, what you can observe. So you may feel some tension. It's certainly possible you may notice some differences side to side. So sometimes it may feel like one shoulder is up a little bit more than the other. That's pretty common. You may notice a particular pattern of your spine and shoulders. So though you have lengthened your spine, you may still find a little bit of rounding forward in the chest, the shoulders. And we're just tuning in here to see how you currently feel, because we're going to bring in some movements to hopefully shift that a little bit, and then we'll do another tune-in at the end of the practice. So once you have that sort of in your mind's eye, with eyes opened or closed, you can start to shrug your shoulders up to your ears. Hold them here and then allow your shoulders to sink back down. See if they'll settle down just a little bit more maybe than before. Now, part of this tension that comes in from being at the computer all day is also tension in the face, especially if you're particularly at your computer looking at things on the computer, looking at papers that you're reading. So we're also going to do some release for the face because it's all related. So just for a moment, lift your eyebrows up, same as your shoulders a minute ago, and then let the eyebrows start to sink down, releasing tension from the forehead. Now bring the first 2 fingers of both hands to the hinge of the jaw and start to just massage along the jaw into and underneath the cheek, underneath the cheekbone. And you might like to open and close your mouth a few times as you do this. That lets you access different areas of the jaw, making your way back out to the hinge of the jaw. And then maybe working your way down the sides of the chin. And you can get underneath a little bit as well. Taking just a little more time with this. And then we're going to do the same thing around the eyes. So if you're wearing glasses, just set them off somewhere where you can find them again in a moment. Same thing, first 2 fingers of both hands. Bring the fingers inside the nose, press in, just have a little bit of pressure. And then in small circles, start to massage right on the eyebrow bone, so above the eye. You're going to make your way out to your temple. once you get out to the ears, start to make your way back, tracing that same path, but you could come a little bit underneath it if you want to get a little bit different area. And then you're going to come to the bone underneath the eye. Same thing, just giving it a little massage, coming right to the inside of the nose again. And then when you're complete with that, releasing your hands down. Now you can put your glasses back on if you have them off. And we're going to take right ear to right shoulder here. So let the weight of your head start to open up through the left side of your neck. And take a deep breath here. See if on your exhale, your left shoulder can drop down any amount more. If you'd like, you can let your left hand come off your leg. It dangles or maybe comes to the floor. Again, exhaling, left shoulder drops down, especially now that it has the help of the arm being beside you. So we're opening up this whole area from the ear out to the shoulder, which certainly can get compressed because as the shoulders round forward at your desk, they also have a tendency to lift up a little bit, so this all gets short. So we're just going to give it one more breath to keep it nice and long. And then reach your left arm forward, so it's just kind of hovering above your knee, reaching long. And then start to use your arm, lift it up, take it out to the side. You have this, whole space. And what I'd like you to look for is a place where when you bring your hand there, you find, oh, it's a little tight right there. And you're going to hold and breathe. So I have my hand here because I'm finding some tension to breathe into, but you may have your hand in a totally different place. Once you've taken a few breaths there, then you might just move it around and see, oh, do you find a different position? And if so, you can hold it right there. We'll take 2 more breaths here, just taking your time. After your second exhale, slowly bring your head and your hand back to center. So second side, we're again going to start just with left ear to left shoulder. Slowly begin to let the right shoulder drop down. Now, if you'd like, you can let your right hand come beside you. Again, dangling down or coming to the floor, just depending on the length of your arm. Using your breath, exhaling, letting that shoulder drop down maybe just a little bit more. Now bring the right arm in front of you, just hovering it a little bit above your knee, and start to move it up and down. So it's possible you will find the same position needs to be stretched on this side as on your other side, but it's very likely it'll be different. So just play a little bit with that. When you find a place to hold it there and take a couple breaths. And then you can stay with that place or maybe experiment, see if you find another one. Wherever you are, well, let's take 2 more breaths. After your second exhale, again, your head and your hand slowly come back to center. Now lengthen your spine again if it's lost any length. And start to tuck your chin to your chest. So we're going to begin to release the head down. And again, you're going to use your breath. So on an exhale, you may find the head can release down a little bit more. And just keep your shoulders neutral or moving 1% backwards. So you don't want to force anything, but just don't let the shoulders round forward here. Keeping them in that neutral center position lets the head release a little more. One more breath here. And then slowly start to bring your head on up. Now bring your hands behind your head. Find the ridge of your skull, and you can just kind of use your hands. You'll find that. You can have the hands separated, or you can interlace the hands and start to just gently open the elbows back right here. Now we're going to very slowly start to tilt the head up. So be very aware of your neck. If it's not okay for you to tilt the head any more than this, don't do it, or even keep it neutral. If it is okay, we're not going to go back far. Just about right here. Not at all tilting the head all the way back, just lengthening the throat a little bit. Let's take a deep breath here, opening the elbows back another millimeter, and then slowly come back to center. Release your arms down. Now bring your right hand beside you to the floor or to the arm of the chair seat if you're doing this in a chair. Start to reach your left arm over. Keep your left sit bone in contact with the floor. If you find you want to bend a little bit more, bend your right elbow and or walk the hand away a bit. The side body is another place that gets very compressed sitting at the desk. So take another deep breath here. And then start to open your shoulder up towards the ceiling. And your arm may reach back less far or farther than mine is. You're just opening it back however far it'll comfortably go. Reach back through your side. One more breath here. Then flip your top palm. Take your hand over, other side. Reach now through the right arm, keeping the right sit bone in contact with the floor. Maybe bending the left elbow. Now, roll your right shoulder up, reaching back through the arm any amount. And come back, reach through your side. One more breath here. And bring yourself on back to center. Now interlace your hands in front of you. Reach your arms forward and then flip your palms to face away from you. Continue to reach your palms forward as you round your back away from your hands. So you're creating a counter stretch. Deepen your breath here to allow that space between your shoulder blades to start to open up. Take one more breath here. And then lengthen your spine. Reach your arms up overhead. Inhale. And then exhale. Reach your arms out really wide as you bring your arms down. Now we're going to do something similar. Take an opposite interlace of your hands. Reach your arms forward. Now this time reach your hands to the left. Start to sit your hips back to the right. Flip your palms away. So we're just going to access a little different angle here. Come back to center, second side. Go right, hips go left. Left and back. Come back to center. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. And again, reach really wide. Exhale. Bring your arms down. Now reach your hands in front of you, palms face the ceiling. Scoop your hands overhead, then flip the backs of your palms to face each other. Make a really big circle behind you. Let's do that 2 more times. So hands come in front. Scoop. Backs of the hands together. Big circle. Just one more here. Taking advantage of a variety of range of motion in the shoulders, bring your hands to your legs. Now inhale, lift your sternum. We'll do a little cat-cow, lean a little forward. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, lean back. So do that 3 more times, just syncing it up with your own pace. After your third exhale, whenever you finish that, come on back to center. Now bring your hands to your shoulders and begin to just rotate side to side. So find your own pace with this. You may find you would like to go more slowly than this, or you can start to even speed up the pace a little bit. We're just bringing a little bit of life and movement into the spine here through this gentle twist. Just keeping your gaze soft. And you want to finish so that you feel even side to side. So when you do, come on back to center and release your hands down. Now shrug your shoulders to your ears. Start to squeeze the shoulders together behind you. Bring the shoulders back to center. Drop them down about halfway. Squeeze again. Back to center. Drop them all the way down. Squeeze them together. And back to center. Now start to tuck your chin to your chest. Last time we just released the head. Now you're going to slowly start to roll your whole spine forward. Just taking your time. You're just going to go as far as is good for you. Maybe just going a little bit further if it's available. And then slowly start to unroll yourself. And again, just taking your time. Once you come back up, let your shoulders come back behind you, lifting the sternum a little bit, lengthening your spine. Now you can again close your eyes here or find something to focus your gaze on. And just take one brief moment like we did at the beginning of the practice to observe how your neck, shoulders, upper back are feeling. Hopefully you feel a little bit of a shift from the beginning of the practice. And then let's take 3 deep breaths here. After your third exhale, if you would like, you can bring your hands to press together in front of your heart. We'll close together with one breath. So let's inhale and exhale. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.